In the headlines, the first meeting of Cần Thơ City Election Committee tenure 2021-2026. The farewell ceremony for military servicemen who have finished their service and returned to their localities in 2021. The training on fireworks launching techniques for the officers of Thốt Nốt, Phong Điền, Thới Lai, Cờ Đỏ, and Vĩnh Thạnh District Military Commands. Hello, it's great to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. To ensure democratic, lawful, safe, economic and fruitful operation of the election of National Assembly deputies tenure 15 and People's Council deputies of all levels tenure 2021-2026 held on Monday, May 23, 2021. On the afternoon of January 18, Standing Vice Secretary of the City Party Committee, cum Chairman of the City People's Council, who is also head of the Election Committee Phạm Văn Hiếu, and Deputy Heads of the City Election Committee, chaired the first meeting of Cần Thơ City Election Committee, tenure 2021-2026.
In a meeting, the city's election committee passed the expected assignation for members of the committee, passed the draft plan of the election, and for the subcommittees. Also at this meeting, delegates passed the draft mission plan of the subcommittees for propaganda, security, order, social safety, and giving instruction for solving petitions and denunciations. Standing Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu, delivered the closing speech in which noted subcommittees to carry out the election as scheduled. He also noted the standing board of the city's Vietnam Fatherland Fund Committee to well-organize consultative procedures to introduce nominees to the 15th National Assembly and deputies of the People's Councils at all levels in 2021-2026 term. Some more notes on estimated cost, material-based documents for the election were also underlined by the chairman.
On the morning of January 18, Cần Thö's Women's Union organized the training on election tasks and law enforcement supervision of the law on the election of National Assembly deputies, tenure 15, and People's Council deputies of all levels, tenure 2021-2026, to 70 core officers of Women's Union of all levels in Cần Thơ City. The instructional documents on election tasks and the role of Women's Union of all levels in electing National Assembly and People's Council deputies were disseminated to the delegates. They were also instructed on the supervision of legal enforcement in electing National Assembly deputies tenure 15 and People's Council deputies tenure 2021-2026. Cần Thö's Women's Union also reminded union levels to check, detect, and prepare the list for typical women to introduce as a source of female nominees. This event aims at ensuring propaganda and supervision work of all levels of women's unions in accordance with the election law, with the coordination of Fatherland Front and concerned departments and sector, making sure that the supervision task of the union aligns with the regulation of the Fatherland Front and socio-economic organizations. On the morning of January 18, Cần Thơ Military Headquarters held the farewell ceremony for military servicemen who have finished their service and returned to their localities in 2021. Deputy Commander, Chief of Staff of the City Military Headquarters, Senior Colonel Huỳnh Văn Phương, and leaders of concerned units attended. Leaving the military this time are servicemen from offices and units in the city's armed forces. After 24 months of serving in the military, the servicemen learned and trained on the morality and manners of the soldiers of Vietnam's People's Army, always abided by the regulations of the unit and the army to complete assigned tasks, contributing to building transparent and strong city armed forces. During the period of service, many servicemen were commanded in emulation movements and promoted to a brevet rank. Speaking at the function, Senior Colonel Huỳnh Văn Phương praised the servicemen who had well completed their service in the military and suggested the enlistment for probation force and the promotion of Uncle Ho's soldiers' tradition. Cần Thơ Military Headquarters has just organized the training on fireworks launching techniques for the Lunar New Year 2021 for the officers of Thốt Nốt, Phong Điền, Thới Lai, Cờ Đỏ, and Vĩnh Thạnh District Military Commands. In one day, the cadres were trained on state regulation for the management and safe operation and transport of fireworks, introduced about the composition, technical specification, principles of operation, storage, launching techniques, and the destroy of fireworks. The cadres also surveyed the model installment of fireworks. For the Lunar New Year of 2021, Cần Thơ City will organize 6 fireworks launching spots to welcome that holiday, including 1 high-altitude spot and 5 low-altitude at Thốt Nốt, Phong Điền, Thới Lai, Cờ Đỏ, and Vĩnh Thạnh districts. The delegation of Cần Thơ Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism has just arrived to survey the potential for developing community-based tourism at Sơn Islet, located at Area 1, Bùi Hữu Nghĩa Ward, Bình Thủy district. At the destination, the delegation visited Bảy Bon Fish Farm, Star Apple Orchards, watched the performance of bottle sucking and flying snakehead fish, and the making of puffed rice. The aforementioned activities are the new tourism products and services of community-based tourism in Sơn Islet. In 2020, due to the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic, the community-based tourism of Sơn Islet welcomed about 20,000 visitors. The number of visitors dropped by 30%, income decreased by 50% compared to those in 2019. People in Sơn Islet developed an intergenerational self-helping club with 53 members to develop community-based tourism with new products and services. The club has connected with nearly 50 partners, increased by 10 partners compared to 2019. The survey aims at evaluating the tourism operation of community-based tourism in Sơn Islet, thereby proposing mechanism and assistance policies to develop community-based tourism. In the framework of Army People Dead activities to welcome the Lunar New Year of 2021, the Military Command of Bình Thủy District coordinated with Thới An Đông People's Committee to organize the installment of lighting at Thới Long area and environmental cleanup.
Nearly 100 cadres, soldiers, members of the self-militia force, and youth union members organized to clear bushes and clean the environment from Thới Ninh to Trần Ốc 2 bridges at a length of around 2 kilometers, while setting up electric pillars and 25 sets of economical lighting bulbs on the 4-meter route in Thới Long, Thới Hòa areas at a cost of 35 million Vietnam dong, earmarked from the socializing source. Explained in that of Soldiers and People 2021, Bình Thủy District will carry out such projects as transferring affectionate houses and Great Solidarity houses, visiting presented gifts to policy classified families, presenting scholarships for poor students, giving free health checkups and medicines, building and repairing houses and roads, with them to take care of material and spiritual life and create conditions for people to celebrate a warm, happy Tết imbued with affection between people and soldiers.
Joining the emulation atmosphere to welcome the 13th National Party Congress, the Education and Training Chamber of Bình Thủy District has held the opening ceremony for FullDom Games in the academic year of 2020-2021.
Nearly 800 athletes who are students from 13 primary and junior secondary schools in the district competed in 7 events including football, volleyball, track and field, swimming, chess, shuttlecock, kicking, and badminton. The sports games aim to further boost the sport movement, physical training movement, thereby recruiting students with excellent attainments to join the upcoming municipal level FullDom Sport Games in the time to come.
The Youth Union of the Eye and Odonto-Maxillofacial Hospital of Cần Thơ City and Grassroots Youth Union of the Criminal Police Department of Cần Thơ Public Security coordinated with Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Thuận Hưng Hoa, Thốt Nốt District to present funds for health insurance and gifts to disadvantaged people in the area.
The group presented the sum of 15 million Vietnam dong for the locality to buy health insurance for needy households and handled 216 gifts, including rice and necessities for poor and near-poor households in Thuận Hưng Ward. The total value of these activities is more than 50 million Vietnam dong, which is raised by youth union members from kind-hearted people. This is one of activities in response to the voluntary campaign named 97 Days to carry out youth union's work, thereby contributing to lending hands to well implementing social security policy and taking care of needy people on that occasion.
Coming up next, we have the updated weather forecast. That is all from us at Cần Thơ News today. For more information or to watch the bulletin again, please log on to our website at canthtv.vn. And now thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.